2020, not exactly what we were thinking at the beginning of the year. For many of us, things just seem to be out of control, or that we have no control. But we do have control. We have control every day in the choices that we make. I'm Jeff Bortner, co-founder of Your Choice Foundation. We'd like to hear from you as to how this year's event helps you make your next choice your best choice.
Till the change came on me. Life can be deadly, I'm talking vicious, it's fatal. But as long as I'm able, I'm trying to remain stable. Cause I done traveled on this long road, full of pain and addiction. No more sinning, I'm winning, praying to God I'm forgiven. He picked me up when I needed it most. Family terrified to get a call, I overdosed. I was blind to the path I chose.
Hey everybody, Ron L. James, and we're here for the Your Choice Foundation Team Choices Summer Summit. And I'm here with my good friend Star. And Star is a rock star designer. So here we are with an opportunity to speak into the lives of thousands of students all over the country and to pour into their lives with different speakers from different walks of life. And I just think that's incredible.
Definitely, definitely. That's what I think is one of the strongest points about our collaboration, about the summit, is we have such a wide variety of speakers with so many different stories and so many different backgrounds and life experiences, and they've all learned something from it, no matter whether it was a positive or a negative, and each one of them has found a really unique message to pass on to whoever's receptive and wants to listen.
We're going to go ahead and get started. Hey everybody, welcome, and we appreciate you. Hope you enjoy.
It's important to make good choices because the choices we make are the choices that define us. Every choice we make defines what type of person we are.
I also made the choice to finish school. And at times it was hard, but I made it through. No matter what anyone tells you, you have a choice. It's up to you to decide which choice is the right choice.
My choices will determine to a large extent whether I fail or whether I succeed.
And it affects others because there's people counting on us to be successful, and we need to be around those people so that we can achieve all of our great success.
I need not make choices from ego, from pride, from image, or trying to impress anyone. I don't want to impress anyone as much as I want to impact someone. So I need to make choices from good information, and sometimes that good information may come from the input from others that I trust.
We all want to be cool. We all want to fit in. But I think the coolest people that I've met in my life are those that get along with everyone, are those that make everyone feel comfortable and accept people the way that they are.
Hello, and how you doing? This is James Yabak, aka Jim the Messenger. That's right, Jim the Messenger. I am an ex-professional wrestler. I've been lucky enough to work with such organizations as WCW, WWF, and one of the originators of ECW. I've got to work with such men as Stone Cold Steve Austin, which was Stunning Steve back then. Triple H was Hunter Hearst Helmsley, and John Cena. I know you've heard of these men. My job was, in the 15 years I was in these organizations, was to create superstars, and that's exactly what I did. I created superstars. And that's exactly what I do today, is I create superstars. I can make you be a superstar. Now, I not only got to do that, I've been a celebrity bodyguard for such people as Jessica Simpson, Jennifer Lopez, and Christina Aguilera, as well as doing some movies and TV work as well. It wasn't always easy. I had a hard road, and needless to say, I was bullied as a kid, believe it or not. But I got through all that, and through my life experiences and my friends' life experiences and my family's life experiences and everything I've seen around me in all the years that I've been around on this earth, I know I can make superstars out of all of you, because you're all amazing. That's right, you are all amazing, and I can make you a superstar. And here's how I aim to do that. And we'll start with a simple exercise, and here's what I'd like you to do. Every morning when you get up, I want you to look in the mirror, and the first thing you're going to do is you're going to tell yourself how amazing you are. And for the first week, I want you to do that. You're going to tell yourself exactly how amazing you are at least 5 times a day. Now, not only do I want you to say that into a mirror, I want you to write it down on a piece of paper, and I want you to leave yourself notes. Anywhere that you're at more than once a day, telling yourself that you're a superstar. And then the second week, I want you to do it 10 times a day. And then the third week, even more. Keep doing it and doing it and doing it. And you know what? You're going to start believing that. You're going to start believing that in yourself. And then when you start doing that, you're going to say, man, that Jim the Messenger, he was right. I'm going to look him up. So that's what I want you to do. Do those little simple exercises. Start feeling a little better about yourself. And then come up and look up Jim the Messenger and let him make you a superstar. Talk to you soon.
Well, that was a good one and exciting for me because I like the fact that it started with the first thing in the morning, start out positive.
Yeah, absolutely. And anytime that you could put something down on paper and recite it over and over again, it's like you're giving your own self this medicine that you can use, throughout the day.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And it's great if you have a good support system, but it has to start with you personally. I believe it really does.
Absolutely. Hey, and if Jim the Messenger says it, I guess we better listen.
We better, for sure.
Hey, what's up, everyone? You know, growing up, I struggled a lot in elementary school, middle school, and even the beginning part of high school. I always had this sense of inadequacy. I always felt like there was something wrong with me. I was bullied most of elementary and middle school. Never fit in. Always felt like there was something wrong with me. I felt stupid. I felt dumb. And again, I felt inadequate. It didn't feel like anything that I did was enough. You know, I was always picked last on teams in elementary and middle school. Didn't have any friends. I isolated. And that went into like my 9th grade. And then I started, I had acne really bad on my face and my body, and I was really scrawny, and a lot of kids didn't want to hang out with me, and I didn't understand why. I thought there was something wrong with me. Now, I was in special reading classes. I had a learning disability, ADD. So those are all things that kind of set me up to be different. But there was this internal feeling like I needed to do something different to be accepted. And that's what got me in a lot of trouble. After high school, I went into the Marine Corps, and I thought that would be the fix, and it wasn't. A lot of my stupid, crazy behaviors escalated when I was in the Marine Corps. And looking back, being clean and sober now, one of the things that changed my life was me embracing the truth that it's okay to talk about anything, and that there's people out there that understand what I'm going through and what I've gone through. All the things that I went through in school, I remember I thought I was unique. I thought I was different. I thought nobody could understand. But it wasn't until I started talking about it did I realize that I wasn't alone. And that's a good feeling. That's a good feeling when you're not alone and other people understand. And so I would just encourage you to hang in there. There's nothing that you have experienced that someone else hasn't. So I would encourage you to talk about it with somebody who you trust, and just know you'll get through it. Okay, hang in there. God loves you, and so do I. Peace.
Another great presentation.
Definitely.
Yeah, Tracy brings it home, man.
Yeah, definitely. And I think one thing he touches on is the fact that we all might forget that all of us have insecurities.
Yeah.
We're all dealing with this doubt in our life, and to realize when you see somebody that seems so self-assured and so confident, we go, oh, they never doubt themselves.
Absolutely.
But we all do.
All of us do.
Yeah.
And he also hit home on the fact that there's other individuals that could be going through the same thing that you're going through, but if you're not even talking about it, you'll never even know that that other person's out there.
Right, definitely.
So, great job.
Definitely,
Yeah.
yep.
Hi, I'm Stacey Tinsley, and I want to share an amazing new product with you. Zero Hazard is exactly what it says, zero hazard. You will never have to worry about harsh chemicals that could cause harm to your students, staff, or anyone who enters your building. We are so proud to provide the safe way to sanitize your school districts and keep your students, staff, and visitors safe and healthy. Zero Hazard is a highly effective, eco-friendly, non-toxic, safe solution that if utilizing with an electrostatic sprayer, our solution will have increased effectiveness by increasing the charge of the electrolyzed water to more aggressively adhere to all surfaces and objects. That's right, all surfaces and objects. What will this mean for you? Well, while you're off taking care of the other important aspects of your profession, you'll be able to rest assured that there's a safe and effective product that is working on your behalf. You see, with the proper product, Zero Hazard, and the proper equipment that our team offers, we will provide that safe environment. Simply put, the proper product plus the proper equipment equals a safe environment. Our certified and professional team is ready to meet all of your expectations with an approved FDA sanitizing solution. Give us a call so you can get back to what's most important to you, your students. Please remember our name, Zero Hazard, which means exactly what it says, Zero Hazard.
Did you know writer J.K. Rowling had Harry Potter rejected by every publishing company in England? Eventually, once published, she sold over 400 million copies.
Hey guys and gals, man, I'm pumped up to be talking to you today. First, let me introduce myself. My name is Steve Cartmel. I'm 50 years old, and I've been a police officer for the last 31 years for a sheriff's department in Ohio. I'm a road patrol sergeant, and I work the midnight shift. I'm also a high school bowling coach, and I've been a coach for the last 7 years for Arlington High School. So I deal with the youth a lot, both in my job and coaching. So what am I pumped up about? Man, I'm pumped up to talk to you guys about the choices that you make on a daily basis. So what do you think the first choice that you make every day is? Getting up. So do you jump up when the alarm goes off? Do you jump right up and start your day? Or do you hit the snooze button to get that 5 minutes of extra sleep? That's a choice that you start off the day with. But making good choices. I always tell kids that I deal with, and my high school kids, think about what you're getting ready to do. If what you're getting ready to do, and you think to yourself, hey, if I do this, could this get me in trouble? Or will this get me in trouble? And your answer is maybe or yes, you probably shouldn't do it because it's going to get you in trouble. Good choices have good consequences. Bad choices have bad consequences. I also try to tell my kids, my high school bowlers, be a leader for this school. Not only for your team, but for the school. Be someone that the whole school, especially your freshmen, if you're a senior or junior or senior, and those freshmen that are coming up, be that person that they look up to. That when they see you walking down the hall, they are thinking, man, I want to be like that guy. He's smart, he makes good choices, he makes good decisions. People respect him. How do you do that? By making good choices. Be that person who's walking down the hall and you see a piece of paper, pick it up, throw it in the trash. keep your school clean. Make good choices. Don't cheat on tests. If you cheat on tests and you get caught, can you get in trouble? Yes, so don't do it. But anyway, I hope I've enlightened you guys today. I'm excited to talk to you guys any chance I get. If you guys ever have any questions or anything, just feel free to get a hold of me. I appreciate it.
That one I think was kind of fun because we've all hit the snooze button, but I think the key there is knowing the difference when the consequences are high by the choices you make. An extra 5 minutes of sleep doesn't hurt some days. It's just using that inner monologue, your inner voice.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. And when I've hit the snooze button, I've hit it over and over again. You know, there is something about Mr. Cartmel, Steve Cartmel, that I want to highlight is his years of service. Servicing students as a bowling coach. Like, wow, that's awesome. Here it is, he's dedicated, as a police officer, but also dedicated to the lives of students. That's amazing.
Definitely, definitely. Thanks a lot.
First of all, I want to say I'm really honored to be a part of this, and the story and the message that I want to bring across is a message of never giving up and always being true to you. It's a story of, creating a couple Amish television shows. It's a story of growing up Amish, being the first adopted black Amish kid in Lancaster, Pennsylvania, and then being the first Amish kid to have a television show. So there's a lot of firsts. And I want to go through those firsts, and I want to talk about those firsts and how I got to those firsts. It took a lot of dedication. It took a lot of hurt. It took a lot of blood, sweat, and tears, to make my dreams and my visions come true. And that's the message that I want to bring across, and it's also how to survive. How do you survive in being the only black kid in a white community? How do you survive, being an uneducated Amish boy in a television world? How do you survive on a daily basis? I dealt with sexual abuse, a lot of it growing up, and that's one thing I like to talk freely of, and I want to make this quick, but one thing I like to always say is I'm glad that it happened to me. I'm the only, probably one of the few that can say that I'm glad that it happened to me, because when it happened to me, I was free, and I got to free others. So when I brought it to the light, when I brought the situation to the light, I'm not going to say a number, a bunch of Amish boys brought the situation to light with their parents as well. So that's comforting to me. It's like, wow, God, you let that happen to me because you knew I can handle it. I'm strong. You knew I can take it on. That may have been minor at the time. Trust me, my life, it was a lot. It's like everything that was put in my life was meant to take me down or take me out. I used that to take me up. That's my story, man. I have another big 30-minute one that I just did, and then David Starr was like, dude, you don't need to do a 30-minute one. Just do a quick one to send to him now. So I have this one and another one. God bless you, brother. I'm going to be talking to you real soon.
All right. This one I love watching because this is my buddy Alan, and Alan's story is amazing and inspirational. He's been through a lot in his life.
Yeah, he certainly has. And to share some of the things that are touching like that, it's amazing.
Yeah.
The courage that it takes to speak out and put your business out there for the world to know, and then in turn, that information helps other people.
Definitely. And he's one of the people that has been able to overcome all those difficulties and become a success that so many people can watch. You can see him on TV, and he's definitely an inspiration.
Oh yeah. Great job, Alan. Yeah. Our next speaker is a young woman who has overcome some adversity, some trials, and yet she's persevered.
Definitely. Her messages continue on in the face of grief. And it's something we're all going to have to learn to deal with. We all have to face it.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
And part of it is to honor the memory of the person we've lost and to continue on in the spirit of which they would want you to continue on. They don't want you to stop where you're at. Whoever that person is we've lost, we've all lost somebody, but it's all about continuing forward and hopefully moving forward after the grieving process with something positive.
Absolutely. Yeah, yeah. So stay tuned and listen to what Kristen has to say.
Hey, how y'all doing? It's your girl, Chrissy Lulu, or otherwise known as Chris, the chosen one in the house. And today I'm going to talk to you about choices and grief. So what can we do with that? All right, here goes. There was once a time that I lost someone very near and dear to me, which was my mother. Now, since then, I've lost several other family members that have been very pivotal in my upbringing, along with my success. And I had to sit back and I had to think, what is my purpose? How can I overcome this, as opposed to allowing grief to overcome or overtake me, I should say. You know, there was a time that I really had great difficulty dealing with grief. It led to a short period of excessive drinking and actually combining it with pain pills, sadly to say, because I didn't want to deal. I didn't want to deal with everyday life and the pain and the loss and the sense of not having those loved ones around anymore. But I came to tell you that you can make it. You can overcome. You just need somebody to speak those words of life, those words of wisdom into you. I'll take me for an example. Years ago, when my mother passed and I led that kind of lifestyle of excessive drinking and taking pain pills, there was an individual who was actually emotionally abusive, by the way, my ex. He had a moment of transparency and a moment of clarity. And he said, you know what? I'm not no good. And our son needs you to be strong and to overcome what it is that you're dealing with, so you could take care of him, because I'm not no good. And it was in that moment that I picked myself up by the bootstraps, and I have never once looked back. Do I get sad from time to time in dealing with these moments of grief, of thinking of the loved ones that have gone on and left me here to deal with the way how the world is? Yeah, I do. I miss them from time to time. But I'm so grateful that I still have life, and I still have purpose, and I still have a meaning. I still have a legacy to give to my children. And I have a legacy to give to you, and that is to let you know, make a choice, make a decision. Don't allow grief to overtake you. You overtake grief. Pick up life by the bootstraps and live. Live, I say. You can, you will do great things. Live. Peace.
Wow, we've come to the end of another great series. And here we are with the opportunity for you to connect and engage with some of our speakers by going to yourchoicefoundation.org or by going to bestchoiceevents.com. Hey, we hope to see you soon. Remember, you're amazing.
I've been making a lot of selfish decisions and choices in my life, asking the wrong questions. The only question I should have asked myself, Ron, do you want to go to jail today?
Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go to jail today? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go to jail today? Click, clack, click, clack, click, click, clack, click, clack, click, 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 clack, click, clack, click, playing me like a dime. Call me a menace to suicide. I was just a chemist trying to ride. Now I'm sitting in this cell like homicide. Now I'm sitting in this cell like I'm a die. Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go to jail today? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go? Do you wanna go to jail today?
Think about it. Every choice that you make defines what kind of person you are. Think about the friends that you're around. You've made that choice. Think about the schools that you went to. You made that choice.
Success is a journey, not a destination. Now that sounds cliche, but becoming successful is just as simple as setting tasks that you accomplish.
You have to consider you may be giving away a large part of your future over one bad choice. We've all made them. Every single one of us has made some poor choices and decisions that have cost us dearly.
So I also want to encourage you guys that no matter how tough things get, to just keep on pulling through no matter what it is.
And I promise you, what you reap is what you sow. What you put out into the universe is what you'll get back. Quitting is not an option. Peace.
Choices. It seemed like yesterday when I was a whole lot younger, there were certain things I seemed to always hunger. Have a lot of fun, do my own thing, but only to find misery that my bad choices would bring. While drugging and thugging and showing no one respect that brought me down so low, I could shake hands with an insect. Not realizing that my choices determine whether I succeed or whether I fail. And after doing all this time, I finally get it when I get locked up in jail. And although I promised many times to do the right thing, only to find failure that my bad choices would bring. I knew down inside that God had something much, much better for me. He gave me the power to choose whether it is